Alright guys, so I got a new slot machine and I'm about to reveal it for you guys for the first time. Am I low enough? Can you see me? We're gonna change up some things here on here on Knock on Timber. We're gonna start changing things up a little bit. We're gonna do some, wow, is it windy. Every time a slot attendant comes and opens up a machine, what's inside of that thing? What's inside of that thing? Where's the money go? How do the reels work? Is it manipulatable? Is it whatever it is? Let's discover that together. So I got one. I got it off Marketplace for $50. Can you believe it? All right, well here it is. What did I get? I got reel racers. It's a nickel slot, has the dollar acceptor, and we're gonna find out what's wrong with it. We're gonna find out what it's all about. I got a key here, open it. So there's a switch inside. I'm gonna show you guys that in a minute. For now, let's turn it on. I'll have to fix that. I gotta plug it in. Here we go. I wonder what that is. Ah, we got a screen. That's interesting. All right, that flicker is gone at least. Reel erasers. It's a CD casino data systems. I hear that they're hard to work on for some reason. This little piece I'll be customizing to fit there. So there's obviously a problem. I got it for $50, but we're gonna fix it together. We're gonna learn what the hell's inside.
Initiating startup sequence.
Maybe it works, who knows? What do we got here? That's cool. Some cars. It looks like it's gonna be all digital on the reels. There's no physical reels. That kind of sucks, but maybe that's kind of good too. Less things to go wrong. What in the world is it doing? It's saying, it looks, oh, here we go. Serial connection timeout. We'll find out what that means. So, serial connection timeout seems to be what we got hooked up on. We're stuck in this mode. I just heard the hopper try to engage. The buttons don't have any lights on them. And as far as that goes, it looks pretty good. It looks like we're getting close here to being workable. Now I have to use my tech skills and figure it out. But what do we got going on here? Who knows? Let's figure this out together. So, right, it's making some noise. Well, that's a good sign. Literally are going to be doing this together. I have no idea what the heck's going on here. Have ever done any kind of slot repair. So it looks like we got coin. Everything's got some sort of air gap, looks like. That'll be looked at. A few various things here. Anyways, we've got the hopper. This sucker. We got the piece of plastic that keeps falling on me. That comes out and gives us our coins that go in there. Whoa, that sucker's heavy. Holy crap. All right, well, I got a little light here. I can aim that way. It's getting sort of dark here. We got this thing. Let's see if I can figure this out here. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and shut her off. It's always best to start with it shut off. Come on, what's this got to do? I can't tell if it's gonna open or not, but what if I set my camera up right here? Maybe right here. I'm gonna go ahead and cut because I probably need to change this to a wider shot. Let's see what we can do here. Hey there, Mr. ChatGPT, are you there with me?
Absolutely, I'm right here with you. What's on your mind today, or what can I help you figure out?
I'm looking at my reel racers slot machine, and I'm gonna check it out and see what we can do to fix it. Whoa.
All right, let's get technical. What exactly is the issue it's showing? Power trouble, display issues, something mechanical? Give me the symptoms and we'll troubleshoot from there.
All right, so the symptoms are serial connection timeout.
A serial connection timeout suggests the machine is failing to communicate with some peripheral, often a bill validator, printer, or another component. Check that all connectors are firmly seated. If necessary, inspect your serial cables for damage or corrosion. If everything's connected properly and still timing out, the next step is checking firmware versions or error codes on the machine's diagnostic menu. Let me know if you've got any error codes or more specifics.
No error codes, just one screen that says serial connection timeout.
In that case, I'd start by systematically isolating components. Disconnect peripherals one at a time, like the bill acceptor or printer, to see if that clears the timeout. If a specific device is causing the fault, you found your culprit. If not, the issue may lie in the main board or a damaged serial bus. Let me know what you find as you test.
I got red lights on. Whoa. I got red lights on a few things, and I heard a click here and there. I got 4 red lights on the back plain board that say it's got power on all different volts. And then I got 3 up here that say on the, I forget what board that is, but it's got 3 indicated red LEDs also. It's got a hard drive with a green light, and
Signs are good. If power is stable across your boards and peripherals, then we've likely isolated this time. Ribbon cables or serial lines there. If no physical issues, consider a factory reset on the main logic board. Let me know if that changes anything or if the serial timeout persists. No problem. Since power looked stable, focus on the main board connections. Reset any ribbon cables or serial connectors there. If nothing changes, you might attempt a factory reset on the logic board. Let me know if that clears the serial timeout.
really a factory reset.
Exactly. Most slot machine logic boards have a reset or clear procedure to restore them to factory defaults, typically outlined in the machine's manual. Before you attempt it, be sure you've documented any critical settings. If you're unsure, you can confirm the steps for your specific model, but once done, it may clear any communication errors caused by corrupted data or settings.
Interesting. So it seems like it's clicking here and there. I got a coin comparator trying to do something. I got a solenoid that's unplugged. I got a couple things that I noticed are not plugged in. And I got the...
And the door is open, that's likely triggering some interlocks. Ensure all necessary components are properly connected. Coin comparators, solenoids, door switches, so the machine can complete its checks. Once everything is properly seated and closed, the timeout may resolve. Let me know what changes after everything's snug.
Sounds to me like I need to put this whole contraption back together, make sure everything's seated, make sure everything is back together, I guess, and doors are shut.
Exactly. Once everything's reassembled and secure, you'll have the environment the machine expects. If it still times out, then we'll know it's deeper, likely firmware or board level. But often, just a proper reseat and closure clears these faults. Let me know how it behaves once you've got it all buttoned up.
Sounds good. Let's do that. All right, here we go. I'm going to put this hopper back in.
Sounds like a plan. Make sure everything lines up and locks in place. Once you've got it all reassembled, power it on and we'll see if that timeout is history.
All right, we went ahead and shut her down first.
That's the right move. Always power down before reseating anything. Once you've got everything in place, power it back up and we'll see what's next. Keep me posted on what happens.
All right, hopper's back in.
Great. Now that
Pretty
it's
much
back
all
on,
good.
keep an eye on those indicators or the screen. If the serial timeout is gone, you're on track. If it persists or anything new pops up, let me know exactly what you see, and we'll go from there.
All the covers on. All right.
You're welcome. I'm here whenever you need more guidance. Keep troubleshooting step by step, and you'll have that machine working before you know it.
All right, way to be optimistic.
You got it. Whenever you're ready, just reach out. I'll be here to help.
I got to turn the switch on by opening the door. That doesn't make any sense. Why would they do that?
It's a safety design. Many machines require the door open to access certain switches, preventing accidental power toggles. Once you're all set, just close it up after switching on. It's a bit of a dance, but it keeps things safe.
Alrighty, here we go. Switching it on and shutting the door.
Perfect. Now watch for any changes on the display or indicator. If it boots up normally without that timeout, you're golden. If not, we'll tackle the next step. Let me know how it goes.
Alright, so it's initializing right now. You got Casino Data Systems. Please wait, initializing.
It means the machine is progressing through its boot sequence. Once it's done initializing, see if it transitions to normal operation or prompts anything new. If all's well, you'll be ready to test it out. If not, just let me know what it says next.
Alrighty, so we're gonna do that. We're gonna wait and see what it says next. Oh, I got a... One thing I'm noticing is the buttons lights aren't turning on.
If the buttons aren't lighting up, it could be a configuration
Initiating startup sequence.
It's initiating the starting sequence.
That's great, so it's progressing. Once it's fully initialized, we'll see if those buttons respond. If they stay off after boot, we'll check connections or settings next.
Right. Got some random solenoids making clicking sounds. Let's see what that might entail.
Those clicks are likely normal. Solenoids engaging as the machine runs checks on peripherals. Let them finish. Once it's done, we'll know if it's ready or if it flags any remaining issues. Let me know what it settles on.
Alright, so we have settled there, ladies and gentlemen. We have a serial connection timeout.
Alright, since the timeout persists, we'll need to go deeper. That typically means checking the communication lines or the board's firmware. If you have a manual, look for diagnostic steps on serial peripherals. If not, you may need a technician or a firmware update. Let me know if you need help identifying your next steps.
All right, so we technically have the serial connection timeout going, and I do not really know what to do next, but I think opening up the machine and shutting her down will be the good start.
That's a breakfast. Power down safely. Double check balls. If you hit any roadblocks or want to dig into something else, I'll be here. Just take it step by step.
Well, the machine's pretty loud. I sure do hear a loud sound effect going. Got a blimp traveling past.
You're right to prioritize. The disconnected solenoid is likely a symptom, not the cause. First, get that serial timeout resolved. Once communication is stable, you can confirm if that solenoid or any peripherals are faulty afterward. Let's tackle one step at a time.
Alrighty, here we go. Shut down.
That's a solid move. Powering down safely is always step one before any adjustments. Once you've got it off, you can inspect or reseat connections and plan your next move. Let me know when you're ready to go again.
Now I got this key up at the top. Looks like the key for the slot attendant. It looks like I don't have that key, or do I? Let me see if this key works on that.
If you don't have the key, it can limit access to certain service modes. But don't worry, you can still tackle many issues without it. Focus on the physical connections and any available diagnostics. If a key is essential later, you can source a replacement or get help from a technician. Let's just keep moving forward with what we can control.
Now I could bypass that key by... Alright, well then, if you recommend that, let me ask you this question. How many things would that switch control? Meaning, how many positions does it have?
Typically, an attendant or jackpot key switch might have a couple of positions, often a normal or locked position and an attendant or reset position. In some machines, it might control things like clearing certain errors, entering a service mode, or allowing a jackpot reset. The exact number of positions varies by model, but it's usually straightforward. Just 2 or 3. If you ever do get the key, that will become clear quickly.
I see a loose wire hanging out up there. It's only got looking like 1, 2, 3. It's got 3 wires that are actually engaged in this switch. It's got another 3 wires that go to nothing. Maybe an additional switch if possible, because it looks like the same 3 lines on the end as if it were going to jump to another one.
What you're seeing is likely a harness for an optional or secondary switch. Many machines are wired for multiple configurations, but only use one active key switch. If those 3 wires aren't connected, they likely aren't needed in your setup. Focus on the wires that are actually in use and leave the others as is. Let's not add complexity.
Let's not do that. But I noticed it's in the vertical position as if it's not twisted. And I think maybe, what mode would that be? That would be in Let's Play right now mode, right?
Yes, if the key switch is in its normal vertical position and not turned, that's typically the standard ready to play mode. The special functions usually require turning it, which you can do without the key. So for now, you're in the normal operational state, just with that timeout still to resolve.
Progress.
Whenever you're ready to dive back in or need a fresh set of eyes on it, just let me know. I'll be here to help you troubleshoot or plan next steps. Good luck with the machine.
Alright, thanks.
You're very welcome.
Alright, you guys heard that? I got my hands full here, it looks like, and I'm gonna go ahead and come back, I guess. I'm just gonna figure it out, and then when I have some clues on my next steps, I'm gonna get back with you guys and let you see what's going on. So you don't want to watch me sit here and tinker around. What the heck? That'd bore you guys to death. So let's not do that. We'll see you when I know something further. Alright, I'll see you. Alright, you guys, this is a little bit tighter, but so what I basically have had happen is Timber is currently not feeling so good, so we haven't been able to get to the casino lately, although we went the day before yesterday and we had a lot of good fun. She was feeling great. Then she had her doctor's appointment to get her lung dat and a node inside of her lung, so we're just checking it out. There's nothing that is set in stone yet. It's regarding for a recurrence of a lymphoma cancer or any other kind of cancer. So right now everything's looking good. She doesn't have any symptoms of any kind of recurrence or anything like that. I don't know if you guys knew this, but she was diagnosed 3 years ago with lymphoma, a non-Hodgkin's B-cell marginal zone lymphoma, they call it. And she's been in remission for 2 years, so that's been a godsend. We're very thankful for that. So now we are just checking up on her. We're just going through the routine of making sure that she is well taken care of. So in the meantime, what we're going to do is going to discover what we can do with these here slots, see if we can fix them, see if we can figure out what the heck's going on inside these things, and do some restores. And just, we're going to do this together on the downtime of us going to the casinos, because we're still going to go to the casinos and we're still going to try to hit those big jackpots. So you'll see a little bit of this on the side of our downtime. So it's not going to be a spin-off, it's not going to be some other channel, it's still a Knock on Timber, and she's actually going to come out and be part of this too. I'm going to have her test everything out. So in the meantime, it's kind of fun, it's kind of exciting. Let's see what we can do, and let's see what we can discover here on this slot machine. It's kind of cool. I can't wait to see if we can get this sucker working. So anyways, I was going to open this thing up if I can. Seems like we're repairing the lock. Aha, yes. Inside here we got hard drive, looks like some sort of circuit board here with some RAM, another board up there, what looks like a backboard, and down here, I don't know if you guys can see any of that stuff, but we got just some things to look at here. Now, before I had turned it on previously just to see what was up before I filmed anything, make sure no animals came crawling out of it. And I discovered something. I discovered the power supply was not supplying power to the board in here. So right now I've got my meter. You gotta get yourself a meter. I'm gonna test the power on the 5-volt side of this sucker and see what this gives me. Knowing that will determine, because I guess if the 5 volts not 5 volts and it's 4.5 or less and 0 and that kind of stuff, then we got an issue with the main power. It should be a 5 volts and it should be nothing less. 12 volt side should be also 12 volts. Alright, so I'm going to test some DC power here. Turn the sucker back on. Oh, I got some LEDs here that I just noticed that it's saying something is red. And down here, I don't know if you can see down there, but I got something red too. Let's pop this off and have a look see here what I'm talking about. I'm looking at those guys, and there's a line of a whole bunch of different ones. I should see what's up with that. And I'm also looking down here. I got some red lights right there, and I got power supply right there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to meter right here where it says main power.
Initiating startup sequence.
Holy crap, that scared me. So I got some green lights on this hard drive looking thing. So I'm thinking that it's booting, and it's looking like it says initializing. Please wait. We'll see what happens here. Start. That's cool. That looks great. I heard a clicking going on. There we go. Serial connection timeout. So I'm going to check the power. I'm going to look up my buddy Mr. Chat GPT, and he's going to be our assistant. More like I think I'm going to be its assistant to figure this here out, because Chat GPT is pretty smart. You know what I mean? Alright, so let's see what we can find out right now. Airplane going by, it looks like. Man, that's loud. That scared the shit out of me once again. Start a new chat here. Are we recording? Just checking. Are you with me? Can you hear me? Check, check, check. Yes, I'm here with you. So, can we go live or what?